Hello, I'm Rick Heflin, one of the instructors, full-time instructors at the Schilling School for Gifted Children in Cincinnati. And I've been asked to introduce my program and myself and let you know a little bit about how we work at the Schilling School. Because these are students who are naturally very, very able academically, but often are not students. And there's a big difference between a gifted person and a gifted student. So it's the discipline that we focus on in our classes, the simple act of pushing oneself to do just a little bit better, to challenging ourselves to doing many different things, the idea of always having your work in on time, the focus on making sure that you are accomplishing all that you can accomplish, the self-discipline of it all. And that is one of the things that is most challenging with these students. Many of them, when they sort of hit the wall, they realize that, hey, I'm going to have to learn to study. They lose their self-confidence because they have always been taught how smart they are. And all of us, no matter how bright, Einstein hit the wall. We all hit the wall at some point in time. So I'm hoping to work them through either when they hit the wall or let them know that it's going to happen sometime and you need to be ready with your study skills and your self-discipline. I also am a believer in the knowing a little bit about everything school, the idea of a liberal arts education. I am a believer that the best scientists are also the best communicators. The best mathematicians are those who understand the applications of what it is they're doing in the real world. So I am a believer that the more you know about the more different things, the better your life gets. I am also a believer that you need to give the benefit of the doubt to any set of ideas. That doesn't mean you have to accept them, it doesn't mean you have to like them. But it does mean that, I have 10 laws of history that I created back at the beginning of my teaching career. And one of them says that people don't think things because they're stupid or because they're crazy. They think them because they make sense to them. And the more we are able to understand why things make sense to other people, the more we can work with them, the more that we can come to agreements. Things like negotiations become possible when we understand where the other person is coming from. So I believe in the idea of giving people the benefit of the doubt and to understanding how backgrounds and how we're raised make a very big difference in our attitudes in the world. At the Schilling School, I teach 11 different classes. Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays, I teach the 5 core classes. And on Tuesdays and Thursdays, I have 6 specials. The math that I've taught in my career is Algebra 1, Algebra 2, and Pre-Calc. I've taught anatomy and physiology and biology and the sciences. Many different courses, third period. This year it is AP macroeconomics. I've also taught microeconomics, human geography, music, a scat of different courses. This year's History Lit courses, which are our afternoon courses, this year it is World Cultures, which is the class I developed so that we can study all sorts of different classes through history and find out how people who were raised in those atmospheres could come about thinking the way they do. We started with Confucian China and moved through ancient Greece. We then studied the three monotheistic religions, Christianity, Judaism, and Islam, reading from their holy books. Again, with the goal of seeing why different people think in different ways. In the afternoons, I've also taught AP US History, AP World History, and a variety of Asian history, a variety of other focuses on history around the world. Again, with the idea of the liberal arts education to come up with many different worlds in which a student can come to an understanding. I've been asked if these particular gifted students are accepting of the things that are they too cynical? And the fact is that they do question a great deal, and they don't let you get away with very much. On the other hand, with a little patience and a little discussion, what we can find is that they are accepting that people can have very, very disparate ideas, which is a wonderful thing for the students to grasp onto, especially in the climate of 2020. So I'm grateful that, yes, they are accepting of a great many ideas. Again, this is not indoctrination. We're not trying to teach students what to think necessarily, but more how to think, and to understand that there's more than one way to approach things. Of course, that's one of the most important concepts in the STEM world, is that there's always more than one way to approach any problem, whether it is scientific or whether it is working with people. And because of that, I think that the students are very accepting of different ideas and different approaches to known problems. I hope that this has been helpful in you seeing the world of high school education at the Schilling School. We are very focused on making sure that our students are ready for college. We are very focused on making sure that our students are trained in thinking and in expressing themselves. And we are focused on making sure that we are the very best school for the very best students that America has to offer. And I thank you for your time. Have a good day.